Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Phantom Punch Podcast.
You.
Apollo Ali here, alongside my man Johnny Southpaw.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
What up, man? Welcome back.
Yeah.
We are back in the building, Bridgeport.
Bridgeport Studios.
Shout out to Bridgeport Studios.
You already know.
Yes, sir. Back for another episode. We may have missed a week, but we won't talk about that.
Just know it's John.
Yeah, maybe I'll take some blame for it. I told you, man.
He be working, man. He busy.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So you give me a little out there. Thank you, sir. What up, though, man? How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. Everything is good.
Yeah?
Everything is good.
How's your summer treating you?
It's all right, man. I've been, tearing the grill up, man. A lot of tuna steaks, a lot of salmon. You feel me?
I haven't gotten a single one of those.
Yeah, I'm getting right.
Disrespected.
Getting right on the grill.
Some bullshit, but whatever.
Man, enjoying the summer, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Same here, bro.
Word.
Kids out of school, work is working. Everybody's outside, like I keep saying. Go to your local bar. Make sure you tip the bartenders, though. Support your local establishments.
Right.
But yeah, man. Speaking of local establishments, I don't know how that transitions into boxing, but that's why we're here. So
Let's get it.
yeah, man. So we got a lot.
Yeah, that was a terrible transition.
Yeah, no, that was.
Let's just keep it.
Let's just keep moving.
You're rusty, man. You're
Pretend it didn't happen. Nah, man. Let's get right into it, though. I mean, we can start with recapping. Why don't we pick up from the most recent fights, and we'll talk about the other ones backwards.
Yeah, has some good fights on this weekend. So
There's been a lot of boxing on. I knew we had talked about it for for summertime. There was going to be a lot of fights on, and people back outside and all that stuff. So we are seeing that. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with the Great White Hype?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, all right.
Let's do that.
So Lomachenko.
Lomachenko's back, man.
Loma is back. If nobody saw the fight, I suggest you go back and rewatch it because, in my personal opinion, that fight was a Loma that I don't recall seeing in a little while. He barely got touched at all.
Yeah.
And he got caught. I mean, he got caught with some body shots. But I mean,
he definitely neutralized all advantages that I don't know how to say his name.
Nakatani,
yeah.
Masayoshi Nakatani.
Nakatani. He definitely eliminated all advantages that he had. I always call him mop sticks.
I got the mop sticks, bro.
He ridiculously long arms.
Crazy tall Asian dude.
Crazy tall and shit. How does he fit into that weight class? I have no clue.
Yeah, no, he's a big boy.
How he stays at that weight, but I infamously call him mop sticks. And this is no disrespect to our Asian society when I say this, but Loma turned mop sticks to chopsticks this weekend, man. That's what he did.
Fair.
That's what he did. He turned mop sticks to chopsticks.
You're on the borderline,
it was just nothing he could do about it.
Shout out to all our Asian fans, folks, and family.
I love
and
Asians.
friends.
I love Thai food. I love everything.
He's Japanese, bro.
I love that too. That's what happened, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll be honest. I put some money on Nakatani and as well as Barrios.
Did you really?
I know I put it on our page. I know I put it on my social media. I got called out by, I think, 4 people at least that I recall seeing. But yeah, well, I mean, when I say I put money on him, I'm talking about $5 because the odds were so far favored the other way.
Right.
Especially for Loma, I bet on Nakatani, and I think I bet, like I said, $5, and I think the take was 43. Right. So that's how big of an underdog he was against Lomachenko.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'll be honest. I thought, because I remember watching Nakatani against who did he fight
that's where we deemed him mop sticks?
Against what's his name? It was against Teofimo.
Oh yeah.
So we watched him against Teofimo.
That wasn't an easy fight.
Yeah, no,
that was an easy fight.
They went the distance. So he fought. Oh Jesus! He just fought Loma. He fought Felix Verdejo and beat him. That's the other kid. Yeah. So he fought Felix Verdejo, and then before that he fought Teofimo.
Right.
He went the distance with Teofimo and lost a unanimous decision, but he did go the distance. Yeah. And then he stopped Verdejo. Right. So I mean, honestly, this is a really good opponent for Vasily coming off of this kid's last win and coming off of Vasily's
last loss. Yeah.
I think it was a fantastic opponent. That's why I was like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna throw the $5 because you never know what happens. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, I've seen Loma I mean, everybody always calls Loma the Matrix and all that stuff, and I know I've had conversations with a few people in boxing that think that it's like I mentioned earlier, like how I introduced him, the Great White Hype.
Right.
I think maybe people tend to think he's a little bit of a hype job, but I mean, there was some mastery. There's some
merit. It's some merit to that.
There was some mastery.
It's some merit. It's some merit to the Matrix. It's some merit to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of those angles are crazy.
Yo, his angle closing the distance.
Yeah.
Like he was doing some different shit in there.
Yeah,
he was doing some different shit in there. I commend him for that.
And honestly, that fighter in there this weekend did not look like the kid who fought Teofimo.
Absolutely.
Because Teofimo is not bigger than Nakatani.
Right. He's just more, I would say, more aggressive because in this fight, Loma was able to control
distance, power, speed, everything. Yeah.
It was his fight.
Yep.
Regardless of
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
He couldn't do anything, and the size advantage, the reach advantage with those mop sticks.
Yeah.
He chops the chopsticks. He couldn't do anything with it, man. It was definitely a really good showcasing for Loma, I think.
Absolutely. Didn't look like he lost a step.
No.
Looks like he's ready to continue to contend at the top of the game.
So I guess obviously the question we always ask is, what's next? So does he fight Teofimo right away? Do we get another buffer in between the two fights? Because they said they want the rematch. Teofimo's dad was there.
Yeah.
He said that the rematch is on the table. It's on. And that's coming, but we all know what happens in the sport. We all know what happens with boxing.
Yeah, well, Teofimo has to beat his fight with COVID for right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's working. Yeah. That's what he's up against.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't know how,
so
what happened with that. But.
To mention that, there is rumors. So I think... I hate spreading these little Gabby talk rumor things. I mean, little pity pat chitter chat type rumors. But there was some rumors about Teofimo actually being on vacation in Italy with his wife.
And that's how he contracted COVID?
No. That's where he is now.
Oh.
With COVID. So they're saying they're waiting for him to test negative for
3
COVID.
times, right?
Yeah, I think he has to test negative 2 or 3 times before he can actually fight and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they're saying right now he's just chilling in Italy on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a rumor.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Nah? Okay. All right. I didn't know. I thought that.
I mean, you can be isolated on vacation. You don't have to be you know what I'm saying? Especially when you doing it right. That's the way to do a vacation. Isolated with who you need to be with and,
Yeah.
wait for this shit to blow over.
I don't know. I just thought I seen Twitter was maybe up in a little bit of arms about that. Just the fact that he's kind of on vacation and taking
he's bullshitting about this sport.
Yeah,
I don't see it that way. I mean, shit. When else is he gonna have a vacation time?
That's true.
Because he on the grind right now. He the champ and he wants to. He not done. So
yeah, I'm with you.
This is taking the time and making an opportunity out of turning your lemons to lemonade. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, so back to Loma though. I think that is that fight is still on the table. I think it's a viable fight still.
Yeah. I'd like to see it again.
So I think that puts us at least 2022 though, because let's say Teofimo comes back maybe in August, tests negative for COVID. There's no way he's got to go back into the gym. He's got to train again. Yeah. Maybe not the full 6-8 weeks or whatever, but he's probably got to get back in the gym, get some gas back in the tank and so forth, and then they have to reschedule it on Triller, and then Triller has to book the fight date, all of that stuff, promote it, all that shit. So then we have to do all of that, and then from there he's going to a transitional phase back to Top Rank on ESPN and all that stuff.
He's got a lot going on.
So honestly, I don't see that fight happening until 2022 probably, which is. I mean, it's a little annoying, but maybe the tail end of this year. But I don't see it, man. I mean, by the time they fight again, it probably won't be till September, and he's not going to rush a fight with Lomachenko in 2-3 months.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So 2022 probably for that one. Either way, though, I'm tuned in. Loma's only getting older, and Teofimo comes back strong from this. I think. I don't see it going that much different. I will give Loma a little bit of a benefit, though, because, listen, all the greats, Andre Ward, Floyd, all of these guys, when you see a fighter once, that's like, it might be okay. I can't get this down pat in 12 rounds.
Right.
But you get another 12 in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
It might be
right.
you might be able to figure something out by then. Like Andre Ward and Kovalev.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, I still think it's a viable fight. So and Loma.
No, I agree. I mean, seeing it twice is going to say everything the first one did times 10. You know.
Yeah.
Like it for Lopez especially. Like if he just dominant again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's be clear. Who's the top dog in this rank? Like, I don't care what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't even fighting each other.
Oh, well, yeah.
As far as the four horsemen.
That's
you know
that's a conversation that we'll get to in a little bit. Again, as always.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see that again.
So just a random thought, random question. Is Loma in your, let's call it, top 10 pound for pound?
Right now?
Yeah. Is Loma in there or?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Top 10?
Top 10.
Top 5?
No.
Okay. I'm with you. I think I agree with that. Because this will lead to the next conversation that we're gonna have, that I've seen a lot on the timeline and Twitter and Instagram and all of this shit. Now, I don't think people understand the concept of pound for pound.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't really have rules, but I'm gonna explain my rules. That's as far as I'm gonna go, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good card altogether. ESPN again, free fights. I'll always take it, and it has those guys, to me, in my opinion, those fights had a right to be on pay-per-view. So Thank you to Bob. The Bob father, but fuck you for fucking over Terrence Crawford. So there's that. But
double-edged sword.
Yeah, pretty much. After that, there was another major fight on this weekend. Pay-per-view, Showtime pay-per-view. We had the headliner was Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Mario Barrios, right?
Mario Barrios.
Yeah,
yep. I was calling him Barrios until about the 7th round.
Do you want to start with that, or should we talk about like the undercards? Because there was a good undercard. There was a couple good undercards.
Absolutely. We can breeze through the undercards first.
Yeah, man. I mean, the main one that I was looking forward to, I love Erickson Lubin.
Yep.
Hammer Time. He's, in my opinion, a really, really good fighter.
Yeah.
Some flaws here and there, but I like the kid. I've liked him for a while now. Taking on, what's his name?
Rosario?
Jason Rosario. Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid's a problem too. We talked about him before.
He the one that did J-Rock dirty over Philly.
Yes, yeah.
Took all the titles and shit.
Yep, absolutely.
But I haven't seen him. I haven't seen that version of him since.
Who? J-Rock or Jason?
Either one, but I'm talking about Jason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that version of him since.
Well, I mean, I think he did hurt Lubin during the fight.
He did.
Erickson Lubin did hurt him a couple more times though, obviously, and he did.
He had to battle back. He had to battle through it.
Yeah, so he stopped him. What round was that? I forget what round. I want to say it was 7th or something like that. I forget. I don't know. But Erickson Lubin, he
looks sharp, man.
He does, but it brings into question: is Jason like a strong fighter, or is Erickson Lubin's chin a little touchy? Because I mean, Erickson's only loss right now is against Charlo when he got fucking folded,
right?
Which was a few years ago at this point. But I don't know. And
I would say Jason Young got a little power, man. I would like to believe that. I wouldn't completely label Lubin a glass jaw yet.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. He's still young.
Because Charlo does what he does too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, also we'll get to that later, I guess. Charlo, because he fought last week?
Yeah.
So that fight, but yeah, okay, it was. I'm pulling it up. I'm looking at whatchamacallit right now. BoxRec. What is it? Oh yeah, it was a knockout. I can't tell what round it was though, but yeah. So Erickson Lubin did stop him. Again, I think this kid has potential, but we'll see. I mean, Jason is a good fighter, well-rounded fighter, I think. But I don't know if he's just a puncher, you know what I mean? If he has or if he has some real actual talent. When Erickson is given the chance to step up again, whether it's against the J-Rock, whether it's against such another a rematch with Charlo or something like that, we'll see where that lands him. But he is getting to the age. I feel like he's 23-1 now, so I mean, you got some age on you, you got some rounds on you. Let's start to get active. Let's start to get busy. To see Erickson Lubin, I'm excited to see him. Who else was on this this undercard. There was a bunch of good, decent cards, but I mean, we might as well just get
to the shits.
Might as well get to the shits. Gervonta Tank Davis, 26-0, taking on Mario Barrios, who was also 26-0 up until the end of that fight. Weigh-ins. I'll start at the weigh-ins.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Gervonta made weight. Wow.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, bro. Listen.
And the weight was what again?
140. Yeah,
right.
140.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's be clear, people. Let's just start right there, cause I want to be clear, and I'm gonna be respectful. I'm a Gervonta fan. I fuck with Gervonta. I fuck with what he stand for. I fuck with his come up. I fuck with all of that shit. I fuck with Lil Baby coming out. I fuck with the whole look, the whole marketing and promotion of Gervonta Tank Davis. I fuck with that. I fuck with his story. I fuck with all of that shit. Had Mom Dukes at the training camp. I fuck with all of that. But let's be clear. They made a whole big to-do about him coming up 2 weight classes to 140. We're talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, people. The man who lost his belt on the scales because he walks around 140.
Yeah.
145.
Yep.
He's short, yes, but he's not a little dude. He's a stocky he's a tank.
He's a tank.
It's not a big deal for him to fight at 140. He walks around with that, at least that. That's why he has so much trouble making weight.
Yeah.
Number one. So it's not that big a deal. The dude he fought, yes, was taller than him. Yes. Was he a bigger man than him? That's debatable. Was he a stronger physical presence than? That's debatable. It's not that big a deal. It's not. I mean, they tried to make it a like Canelo Kovalev kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. They were well within the same weight class.
Easily.
Honestly, like you said, I think Tank is... Barrios probably cuts weight to get to 140. Whereas Tank, like you said, he might be cutting a little bit of weight, but he's not... he did not look as drained as he always looks.
Right.
For folks who maybe are a little bit less in tune, when you see a fighter, when you see fighters weighing in, everybody pays attention. These guys are always shredded. They're ripped.
Right. Face sucked in.
Yeah, everything's sucked in, and you can see every muscle. Like, you see six pack, you see like the side with the obliques, everything is just shredded. That's because there's no water in their system.
Right.
If you go back and you look at these pictures of Tank at the weigh-in,
looked comfortable.
You didn't see the full cuts. You didn't see everything that you would normally see at these weigh-ins, whereas Barrios, you saw all the cuts. You saw all of that. So that means Tank still had water in his system. He wasn't sucked down. He wasn't drained. Right. So, sure, yes, he's comfortable at 140. That is where he should be.
Yeah.
He's a tiny little 140-pounder, though.
Right.
He's like 5'8"? No, he can't be 5'8". I doubt he's
the Tyson comparisons are valid in his weight class.
He's 5'5" and a half. Jesus Christ.
In his weight class.
Right.
It's equivalent to Tyson fighting Lennox or somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Just always, you're the smaller guy, but are you really smaller?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you belong here, bro.
Right, exactly.
You just short.
Exactly. Yes.
That's
you're just a shorter guy. Yeah, exactly.
You belong here, though.
And then, I mean, we get into it, like you said, the whole theatrics, the whole optics of it. Lil Baby walking him out.
That was dope.
Twitter was ablaze about all of this shit.
All the casuals were out.
Oh yeah.
All the casuals were out.
Well, that's
watching boxing.
That's the casuals are other sports figures these days too.
Absolutely.
And I hate to say, because I love a lot of these guys, like I love KD, but like I don't want to see KD commenting on boxing. I love Dame Lillard, but I don't want to see Dame commenting on boxing.
I understand.
It's great for the sport. It's great for the culture and all that stuff. I'm with all of that. I get that.
That's like, when Michael Jordan would be at fights, back in the day, like you wouldn't hear Michael really commentating. Like he would enjoy the fight as a fan, and like you're not really.
Hold on. Do you think if Twitter existed back then, do you think Mike would be on Twitter?
That's possible. I don't know. I don't know. But you know what I mean. Like back then, you wouldn't. Yeah. Like you're great in your thing, bro. But you don't really qualify to comment on over here.
Yeah.
And it would kind of be the respect. It'd be lines drawn, and like now it's a free for all. Everything is.
It's nuts right now.
You can just do whatever you want. So. There's that.
Yeah, there is no lines. There's no the lines are
But
blurred.
yeah, it does kind of
it adds to
it
the
upsets you. It does, and that kind of builds the clout. Just having somebody that's of a status somewhere else talk about you, make people want to tune into your fight. Like, it's all marketing now. So I understand it from that perspective, but at the same time, it's like, I agree with you. I don't want to hear that, because it actually takes away from my like for whoever that is. Like, KD, I love KD. Damn, you gonna say nut shit about this, like, and believe it? Like, man, just don't say nothing, bro. You don't really know too much about boxing. Just don't talk about it.
No, I'm with you.
I hate when people talk like the TV. Don't talk to me like the TV.
It's cool to be a fan. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a fan. To be clear,
you know what I mean, right?
Absolutely. No,
don't talk to me like what you heard on TV and you saying it like it's your opinion.
Well, that's what I mean.
I don't like that.
The whole conversation started with the pound for pound conversation because there are regulars on Twitter like KD talking about this kid is a pound for pound, or you don't have him on your pound for pound, you're nuts, blah blah blah.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Yo, fam, I don't understand if you understand what the concept of pound for pound actually means. But again, we'll get to that. Well, we just jump right into the fight, bro. I mean, all right, Lil Baby walked him out, the celebrity thing. He's got the tassels. He's going nuts. Yeah. Floyd has 17 chains on. Looks ridiculous.
Floyd hey, be respectful.
Oh, I'm going to shit on Floyd.
Be respectful.
It's coming.
Be respectful, man.
It's coming. Don't you worry about it.
You can't shit on Floyd,
I'm going to shit on Floyd.
You can't.
It's impossible. It's coming. And I know that I'm right. And there's a lot of other boxing folks out there that know that I'm right, too.
I don't care what you're talking about.
I'm just saying. We'll get there. All right, so Tank and Barrios. And this is where I step out because I watched the first 2 rounds because I did not buy the fight. I went to sleep. So.
Well, you missed it. I'll be honest with you. You missed a good fight.
I heard it was a great fight. I saw some of the highlights.
You missed a good fight.
Of course, the highlights that anyone has right now is just of Tank stopping or hurting him with a body shot.
That doesn't tell the story of the fight.
But reading boxing Twitter,
Mario Barrios was getting it in, bro.
Right, which is what I heard. That's amazing.
He was getting it in. He got hurt. The first knockdown was a slip.
Okay,
Barrios? I believe, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And but what happened was as soon as he got it, I mean, he might have been stunned a little bit, but he wasn't hurt. He fell because some footwork shit happened. Mm-hmm. When he got up, immediately after that, he did get dropped. You know what I'm saying? So they counted that kind of like 2, okay. But it wasn't. The second one was official. Like, it was just a flush left, and he dropped him. But even after that, he got up again. He's Mexican, bro. You already know. They fight hard. You got to kill the body, and it took Tank a while to really hone in on that. Throughout what I want to say, 7 rounds. I think like round 7. Mario Barrios was doing what he wanted. Like, he was landing the more meaningful punches.
And Tank wasn't hurt. From what I saw, Tank didn't get hurt.
No, I saw him. I saw him feel something he didn't like. Okay. I won't necessarily say I think he was hurt. Matter of fact, I will say he was hurt. I think he hit him with a right, and all I know is Tank was up against the ropes, and he curled up like this, and then he tried to do a little 2-step dance, like try to shake it off. Mm-hmm. You know, the I'm not hurt.
Yeah.
He was hurt. When I seen the way he reacted to that one punch, he was hurt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe he felt something in there. Okay. But that's nonetheless, like I said, Tank was under pressure, and he persevered because he was losing that fight. Okay. And even Floyd came over to the corner, which was kind of a little weird because he kept interrupting in the in the proceedings in the corner there. Mm-hmm. And that was different, but their relationship is different too. It's not nothing I've really ever seen with a former fighter, like the closeness and hands-onness of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Their relationship is different. And no, it wasn't traditional corner advice. It wasn't
what did he say?
Proper. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna let you know he's down on the unofficial cards right now. He was losing. He was losing the fight. Right before he said that, but right before that happened in the corner, I was telling my lady, I was like, yo, because she a Tank fan, of course, casual, no disrespect, babe, but you feel me? So she talking all that shit. I'm like, you rooting for the wrong person. I said, nah, I'm rooting for boxing. I just want to see a good fight.
That's the fucking.
I just want a good fight. I want somebody to prove something.
I'm rooting for boxing.
You feel me? Yeah. So anyway, I'm saying, yo, he losing this fight. He gonna have to knock him out or something because he losing. As soon as I say that, Floyd's in the corner like, yo, you down on the unofficial scorecards. I need you to turn it up. I gotta keep, and I don't know what Tank said back to him. He was like a little upset that he was in the corner. Like, I guess he felt a little embarrassed or whatever.
I did see that, yeah.
You know what I mean? But and then that's when Floyd was like, nah, I gotta keep it 100 with you, bro. This shit is for all the marbles right now. It's my job to let you know, like, for real. Like, I feel like that wasn't traditional, and his coaches might have had something different to say, but it was effective. When he looked over there and seen Floyd with 30 chains on, and that's where he wants to go in his career, whatever that takes to get there, it might, mind you, it might be the wrong motivations. It might not be for glory. It might be for
money.
You know,
right, yeah.
Whatever the case may be. When he looked down and seen Floyd with 30 chains on, telling him, yo, you down, son. It's about to be a wrap if you don't turn it up. I got to keep it real with you. You got to do it. That was enough. That's what motivated. Yeah. That's what motivated Tank to go out there and go ahead and finish this shit.
Okay.
So, was it conventional? No. Did it look unprofessional? Did it look a little tacky? Did it look a little too everything? Did it look like maybe he wanted some camera time? I don't know. But it worked. It worked. And for that, again, another win. Another win for the Money Mayweather squad, man.
Another win.
Be respectful.
I'm going to get there. We're going to get
there. The methods may not be conventional, but they were effective. That's what I got to say on that.
Okay. So I got to be honest. I saw Floyd in the corner. I saw him come up and talk to, kind of jump in between what Tank's, like in between Calvin Ford, Tank's trainer. And I saw him say something. That's why I asked. I didn't know what he said. Like, the clip didn't have like subtitles or whatever. So I didn't see what he was saying. That's interesting though, because in the corner, most trainers will not. It's rare to see a trainer actually tell a fighter, like, yo, you're fucking losing.
Yeah,
and you're not supposed to be losing, so you need to go and get a knockout.
Yeah.
It happens, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what...
You're blowing it, son.
Yeah.
You got one of those. That's as far as it goes.
Maybe Calvin says that, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't put it like that. Maybe he doesn't receive it the same way. Maybe you're right. I mean, that was... I
feel like that was the trigger. It was a triggering, bro. You got to think... Their relationship's different, man.
Well, I'm going to get to that. But just to wrap it up, the 11th round, and there was a few pages I saw that called it before the fight, like 11th round stoppage or late round stoppage, 11th round TKO. How did he stop him? Was it a body shot? Okay, yeah. So he stopped. The body shot looked good.
Beautiful.
I thought that was the first knockdown that I saw, but I probably saw when I saw the highlights. That's what I imagine they would show.
Stayed at the body after that.
And then hit the Teofimo backflip off the top rope, which was kind of cool. I saw that. I was like, okay, cool.
One upped him.
Yeah, he went to the top rope and did it.
The top rope. Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So, my biggest beef. So Tank wins.
Yep.
Awesome. Great. Before we get to what's next, before we get to all of that, which is what we always do, where I take issue with it is, or with Floyd is kind of like what you said, what you alluded to already. You knew I was going to say it. It seems like this man just craves camera time, bro. And maybe the corner thing was what it was. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's like him protecting his investment, basically. Maybe that's what it is. And that's all good and well. Maybe if you need somebody in your corner to say that shit, then make it be Floyd.
Right.
The thing that I took issue with is after the fight's over, after the cameras are... Well, no, the cameras didn't stop. But after everybody's washed up, ready to chill, like, you know what I mean, doing the post-fight press conference, why is Floyd standing on the side, giving answers, speaking for Tank? That is the issue. That's where I took issue with it when I sent it to you yesterday, when we were talking about it. I take issue with... I'm going to dive into what he said, but why? Like...
I'll tell you why. You're right.
There's no other promoters doing that.
Listen, you don't see other promoters doing that, and you don't see other fighters of his era selling out the biggest name everywhere, all the time, big bag, pay-per-view. You don't see that either. You don't.
Well, again,
and that's part of the package, bro.
But it's
the Meek Mill's under with Rick Walsh's wing type of thing. It's like he's just under the wing, bro. And yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna talk. We the money team. We Mayweather Promotions. So you're gonna see. You know what I mean? Oscar talks. Oscar talks. Not like in this degree.
Yeah, I don't feel like that degree.
But Floyd's not conventional.
No, and I understand that, and that is definitely a
so. I mean,
thought.
we're going to see things that we haven't seen before when it comes to Mayweather Promotions and him putting his focus on that.
So
if that's what he's doing.
That is a different way to think about it. I agree, and that's maybe not the way that I've thought about it. And my thing is it's
the tandem though, bro. It's because like Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't have to be this massive name that they are making it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're making it.
It's not nothing besides the knockouts, which the casuals love, and that is boxing to them. Knockouts. If you knock people out, you're a boxer.
You're a boxer.
Like
yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But outside of that, if it's not for the money Mayweather promotion spectacle around him, he don't have to be at the tip of people's tongues. You know what I mean? When you talk boxing.
So, but my thing is the fact that like Floyd feels the need to respond for Tank. Like if you want Tank to be his own Meek Mill, right?
Tank's not a great talker.
Oh, okay, sure. All right,
so
fair.
he could be trying to save him from the punchiness of just
which it seems like it can seem like he is sometimes, but I don't think he is, and I hope not. But
I don't know.
I honestly don't know. Like it just bothered me seeing like Floyd on the side. It just felt like I'm watching like him. He can't give his young bull shine, and that's the problem that I take from it. And that's kind of what I've always alluded to.
But he gets his shine because he's shining with him.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that, but like you said about like Meek and Rick Ross and all of that, like I can see that that correlation. But what separates is like Meek stands on his own. Meek can stand on his own name.
That didn't happen instantly though. It was a whole lot of under the wing in the beginning.
But at some point you gotta like this kid just won his third division world title. Like let the kid live. Like he even made the story about Tank being where he is now back to him. Like he was like, oh yeah, I remember when I was on my Canelo tour. Like how old were you, Tank? Like how? Your Tank responded, yeah, I think I was 16. And then yeah, he was like, see, I remember telling him like you gonna be the next big like fam. Let the kid like
I get that.
Let him like come into his own.
I get that.
And I take issue with that. And then finally, the biggest thing I take issue with is we get lied to in the sport of boxing every single day, all the time. Every major fight that we want to see or that we see one of our favorite fighters or one of the boxing's favorite fighters, we get lied to all the time. But at least they have the courtesy to lie to us. Mm-hmm. They have the courtesy to say, to Bob Arum has the courtesy to say like, yeah, sure, maybe we'll fight Errol Spence, or maybe we'll fight Manny Pacquiao, or maybe we'll do this, maybe we'll do that. We'll see what's next. Mm-hmm. Fam, Floyd literally said, nah, we got plenty of fighters at 140. Don't worry about it. He's going to fight everybody we got at PBC / Money Team.
Right.
Fam, that is not anyone that anyone wants to see. Like, we're talking Javier Fortuna next?
But we know this.
Are we talking about... I mean, he already fought Gamboa, but who are we talking about next?
We know this.
Is Jojo Diaz? No, Jojo Diaz is Matchroom. So, like, who... But that's the
point. We know this.
Teofimo, Shakur, Loma... All of these guys that we are
all the way back to Tevin.
Ryan Garcia,
couldn't get that.
Tevin
You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it.
The fact is that the main attractions, and this is the problem.
The fights that will make you who you want to be, Gervonta Tank Davis. The fights that will make you who you want to be, who you think you are, off of the clout and the money and the hype. The fights that will make you that nigga, you ain't taking, dog.
That's crazy to me.
And
I don't think I've read...
Nobody in the corner... No, it seemed like nobody in his corner is saying that because they on the money train. Let's get this. And I respect that too because if that's what you're here for, then do that. Yeah, but don't act like you the other nigga because you're not.
Right. And that's the problem.
You ain't here for glory, man. Get your paycheck and go home. You're a worker.
That's the issue that I take with it is just that. Loma fought Teofimo. Teofimo fought Loma. He's fighting this kid who's his number 2 challenger. They'll fight Loma again. Right. You have Manny Pacquiao fighting Errol Spence. Like, these guys are all fighting each other. And, I mean, not that the Spence Pacquiao fight is a big fight, but it's an opportunity.
It's a dangerous fight. Yeah,
it's a dangerous fight. Whereas this fight was the most dangerous fight that he's been in. Yeah. And Mario Barrios doesn't even have a profile picture on BoxRec, fam. Like, right. That's what I'm saying.
And that was another thing that I was also, noticing. Like it was his hardest fight. He came out, face looked different. Don't always look like that, but if you're getting hit that much with Mario Barrios, you don't need to be in the ring with Teofimo Lopez. Because your one-trick pony shit might not work there. Then what? It almost didn't work here.
Then it's all over,
you saved yourself in the 11th round, but you were losing.
Yeah. I mean...
And then... But I want to Teofimo, we don't know because the COVID situation happened. We don't know what he looked like at this point in time. But between Tank, between Devin Haney, between Shakur Stevenson, they all look bad in their last fights. They all didn't look their best self in their recent outings. They all had some problems, challenges in the fights that they recently had. So on that note, y'all still at the same pace, but y'all gotta fight each other, man. We got to know who's who.
When's it going to happen? Who's going to fight like each other? It's just one of the byproducts of what we continue to deal with. And that's that leads to the next topic. What's next for Tank? Well, I don't know. Somebody
whatever
in
PBC. Whatever the money team decides, man.
Whatever Floyd decides and how Floyd decides to move.
I got to be honest. I'm conflicted with that. It's like the real nigga in me gets it. But the boxing fan in me is like, y'all on some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand, get the bag. I understand that. We all trying to do that in some form or fashion. And if you got something that's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get all of them different mantras and, sayings that people use to justify doing some bullshit. I get it. But this shit it's not gonna cut it, man. It's not gonna cut it. You gotta fight the ones, bro. Like, it came a point in time where Floyd had to fight Zab so we could find out who was who. And you seen the explosion that was.
Yeah.
And it was that because it was that.
Yeah.
I'm the nigga. No, I'm the nigga. All right, well, who the nigga? Let's see. That's how we got to find the fuck out. Like, you can't parade around like you that, and then it's niggas across town parading around the same way. Somebody say Gary Russell Jr.'s name, please.
That's another
one.
What
the fuck is going on with that?
He's another one.
You know what I'm saying?
Fam, there's fights to be made, and that's the issue. Like, this shit keeps happening. And that is the only bad takeaway. Again, Tank got tested fantastic. Love to see the kid come out strong.
Again, I said he persevered. Now, I respected that.
He's still young, but the show gets stolen when you have your promoter answering for you and saying... Nah.
And he's still being baby. He is being his hand is being held. But I'm not under the impression that he doesn't want his hand to be held. I want to be clear on that. I'm not under the impression that everybody in this camp is not along for this ride, however way it's going to go.
There's got to be somebody there, whether it's his actual trainer or not, that's saying like, yo,
I'm not sure.
I don't know who it is. I hope I would love to see him against even Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Garcia's with Golden Boy, or potentially Golden Boy, whatever the fuck he's doing right now. But I think he wins. That's a risk that I think you can take. Why not? Why wouldn't you take that risk?
Right.
You just elevate yourself and you fucking put money in the bank, bro.
Right.
That's a
and
bag.
You putting stock on the glory side too at the same time.
Exactly. That's both. You kill two birds with one stone there, because I think he beats Devin Haney and I think he beats Ryan Garcia. I think the rest of the 135, 140 pounders are a mixed bag for him. Yeah. But I think he beats those two. And could you imagine if you go on a run and you beat those two?
Glory, man. You get it all.
You have all clout on your side.
Get it all, man.
You have all actual
clout. Get it for
clout.
real. Get it for real. Fuck the internet shit. Get it for real.
Yep. I agree.
That's what I want to see. And that's not a knock to anything that he's doing or done thus far. All of that shit is well and good. 27-0. Can't sneeze at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's salutable. It's commendable. But come on, my nigga. Like, you know what it is, dog. Like, you got to go get that shit. And it's out there to be had. Like, these fights, niggas is going to pay for that shit. The same way they paying for Mario Barrios. Like, you can't suit me up with the 2 weight classes. You walk around at that weight.
a lot of us actually know what you weigh and remember the last fight when you lost the title on the scales
man.
and all that shit. Yeah, we've seen the pictures, and that's okay. Like that's okay. Like as boxing fans, we understand that. I'd love to see you move up. Go fight 140, 145.
Gervonta Tank moving up 2 weight classes only means I didn't have to lose weight in this training camp.
Yeah.
That's all that means. You didn't move up nowhere. You just didn't have to come down as far. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. 100%. I'm with you.
You gotta. So when you niggas on the Facebook and all that other shit coming at me talking about he moved up 2 weight classes, man. He gotta be pound for pound. No, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. No. And you gotta be able to read through the bullshit. Yeah, they're gonna big that up. They're gonna keep saying it in your head so you can run around saying it to a nigga like me that don't want to hear that shit.
And so to keep segueing here, I've had a couple conversations with folks about this whole pound for pound thing, and like you mentioned, like people are commenting that Tank is pound for pound and pound for pound. So let me just explain what pound for pound means for me.
Break it down.
Pound for pound means to me it is pound for pound. If you had 2 fighters equally at the weight class, equal size, one fighter could beat the other fighter.
Right.
So for me, Canelo is pound for pound number 1 right now because I believe
anybody that weighs the same as him.
Anybody.
Weighs, not height.
Yeah.
Weighs the same as him.
He's beating them.
He's going to win.
So if Canelo goes up to heavyweight and he fights, well, he did. Well, basically.
Yeah.
He fought Kovalev. And then drops back down.
Knocked him the fuck out.
And fights Billy Joe Saunders and does the same damage to both of them.
Broke his fucking face.
Then after that, somewhere there's Terrence Crawford is 2 maybe number 2. I think I have Bud there.
I would go 2.
I have Bud and Errol close.
I got Earl 3.
That's fair. And
straight up 3. I got Bud 2.
I think Loma
that could change over this
in the top 10. I think there's I don't have a set top pound for pound because I think that there's some little guys in there that count.
Yeah.
But with that being said, just because someone says that. I'm basing it on that, and I'm also basing it on a full resume.
Yeah.
And full resume says that Leo Santa Cruz is a 126 pounder, and he moved up in weight to fight Gervonta at 130 pounds, and Gervonta already weighs 145 fucking pounds when he walks around.
Right.
That's a little guy fighting a big guy.
Right.
That doesn't count to me. And Yuriorkis Gamboa has a touchier chin than Amir Khan.
Yeah.
And that doesn't count for me.
Yeah.
So then we move on to Mario Barrios.
Right.
Okay, cool. 26-0, both young, both strong, natural 140-pounder. And the other kid, I'll make 140 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll give you credit for that. But Mario Barrios, I'm also basing it off of his resume.
Right.
I challenge anyone who's saying that Tank is pound for pound after that fight to name 5 fighters that Mario Barrios has fought.
Right.
You can't. No one can.
Right.
Because he's fought tomato cans.
Right.
For the most part.
Right.
And so that's why you can make the argument about Canelo. Canelo fought Kovalev, who fought Andre Ward to almost a draw.
Right.
He fought Sergey Kovalev is multi-divisional champion,
right.
Blase blah.
Right.
Then you move on to Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders beating David Lemieux, who went toe-to-toe, Triple G. Triple G. Also, you beat him. This kid, I'm saying like Terrence Crawford, Benavidez, you move on with all of these multi-divisional champions.
Right.
It's based on a full package resume.
Right.
And fam, Tank does not have that. I'm sorry, he's not even in top 10 pound for pound for me. He's not in top 10.
Right.
I can't do that. I can't in good nature when there's kids like when you have Teofimo, I would even put Manny Pacquiao in the top 10 pound for pound for me right now. Mm-hmm. Based on resume, based on who he's still fighting and who he's recently
His last 2 fights and the one he's got coming up, he's very much active. I'll give you that. He's very much active right now.
Top 10 pound for pound. And I just can't, in good conscience, I can't put Tank in that because I can't say, like, wow, Tank doesn't have that wow win for me. Like, he was supposed to beat Leo Santa Cruz. He was supposed to beat
everybody he's fought.
Exactly. So he's the A side and everywhere. Get me to a fight where it's A side and like A and a half side.
Yeah.
Then let's have that conversation.
Yeah. Shakur. Fucking Devin Haney.
Yeah, bro.
Any of them.
And again, that's what I keep.
Loma.
Ryan Garcia, fam.
I would put him in there with Loma. Let me see what the fuck happens.
I'm with
Put him in there with Loma.
I think it's a good fight.
Put him in there with my nigga Gary Russell.
Gary Russell's another problem.
Let me see what the fuck happens. I need to know.
That would put him top 10 pound for pound for me because Gary Russell's a fucking fought Sean Porter to what? He beat Sean Porter.
Fastest hands in boxing.
And then went on to he's an Olympian. Like there's names that hold weight in the sport, and none of
You're
them
avoiding them all.
Yeah.
And selling us shit shows.
I don't know, bro. It just frustrates me.
Dipped in gold. That's dope though. It's cool. It's entertainment.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
That's what my fucking girl said while I'm watching this shit. She like, cause I'm having these conversations. You know, I talk to the TV while I'm watching boxing and shit. So I'm having these conversations basically with myself, and she's just listening. She's like, "Shut up! It's entertainment." I'm like, "See, that's the fucking thing." But that's what it turned into. See, the category used to be sports and entertainment. Now it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
The whole reason about it being sports and entertainment was because in sport, yes, it's entertainment, but the sport of it is what the fuck is the entertainment. Yeah. Who's the best? That's what we here for. Not just to be entertained. It's who's the best at the sport. That's the entertainment, the competition.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's just entertainment all around the board. We got a little baby coming out. You like my outfit? You like the chains? You like all the homies that's with me?
Who's mentioning me on Twitter?
Right. Am I trending? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bullshit, man.
And that leads to the lane that we currently deal with the Paul brothers and all of this shit and the celebrity fighters.
You see Floyd flaunting that Paul brother money on his all over. He had every chain you could think of. What you want? Rose gold, white gold, yellow gold, platinum.
Nuts.
I got the chokers and the long ones. I got them all, nigga. I'm gonna wear them all tonight. Just 'cause, you know what I'm saying?
Just because I can.
He wild out.
Yeah, but he went nuts as always.
And again, that's where the contradiction comes in at, because it's like, can you knock it? You can't really knock it because you understand the play, but at the same time, for the sport fan, the fight fan, it's fucked up.
As we keep dealing with the bullshit. Shit is terrible.
And what really makes it bad is having to argue with motherfuckers that don't see the writing on the wall.
Again, you can't.
It's like you have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Having conversations with your girl is one thing. I'm with you, but
I'm not throwing that at her. I'm talking about
having
you
conversations with regulars and like not regulars, with casuals.
Yeah,
it does make it tough to have the conversation about, he's pound for pound. Damn, do you know what you're saying to me right now?
Right.
If you're putting him on the pound for pound list, like, first and foremost, just name his last 5 opponents.
Right.
If you can do that, then let's start the conversation.
Yeah.
But if you can't, then let's not even have the conversation. Don't even just don't bother. Don't do that.
Right,
just because you hear the buzzwords pound for pound.
Yeah. You think that's what you're supposed to say?
Right. Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about. So please just stop it. Mm-hmm. Stop. But congratulations to Gervonta.
Great win.
Hey, look, great win. I'm excited to see the possibilities of what we have next, but nothing will. There's only a couple things that will surprise me, and that's if they're actually good fights.
Right.
That's if they're actually contenders, if they're actually another like 1A, 1B kind of guy.
Right.
Like that's the only way that I would actually be surprised. Right. Otherwise, I'm expecting.
And that's where you got the clarification is at. It's like, this was a tough fight for him. He showed perseverance under pressure. Again, I commend him on that. I respected that. And, I was pleased with that, to see him have to overcome something when it wasn't completely going his way. I get that. But again, it's against Mario Barrios. So in your positive, there's a negative, bro. That's not going to do it for real. It adds something more than it takes away, but that's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
And we still got to see, like you said, 1A and 1Bs going at it.
We'll see whenever, if ever, that happens.
Right.
All right. Let's breeze through what else we got to recap because we missed a week. Jaime Munguia won. Just recently, he fought last weekend. Who else? Inoue, yeah. In a way, there we go. In a way, yeah. So the monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's Chinese, Japanese. I forget which one he is. I think he's Japanese. Yeah, he's Japanese. They call him the monster. Mm-hmm. He won again. Fantastic knockout. I think it was another body shot. He folded that kid last weekend. Yeah. He actually even said that he wanted to impress Nonito Donaire because he wants to fight Nonito Donaire next.
See, that's the type of shit I want to hear out of you. You ain't made it yet. For real. Like, you ain't made it yet. Like, to the glory that you want, you ain't made it yet. You're supposed to still be talking like that. You're supposed to still be talking like that.
Yeah, talk greasy. That's what that's exactly what I want to hear. But congratulations to him. The monster is a problem. I think Eddie Hearn is a fucking nutcase because he was saying how he doesn't think that kid Inoue it becomes a major superstar in America. Bob is doing his damnedest, and I think he's just doing that. He just said that shit because he wants to spite Bob.
Yeah.
Because him and Bob have a weird thing. But I think that kid has a lot of potential. I think continuing in that at his division and maybe moving up like he has potential to. He can continue to be a major player in his division and in the next couple of divisions up. And then we're getting into the conversations about the smaller guys, the Lomas and all those guys.
Yeah.
So, and then Jermall Charlo fought last weekend, Juan Montiel.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough fight for Jermall, bro.
Yeah.
That was a tough fight. I'm not gonna lie. Jermall looked like he got hurt a few times.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I remember catching that. I'm like, yo, I gotta remember to talk about this because he looked like ring rust. We'll just call it ring rust.
It could be
He got touched.
A lot of things.
He got touched, bro. And I think it's Jermall is. These kids are good. The Charlo brothers are good. His brother's fighting next weekend, I think, or in a couple weekends. Listen, I like the Charlo brothers, and I know we talk about this a lot, but I just, man, the way that they fight can be very risky against really tough competition.
Yeah.
And when you get into the tough competition of their divisions, you're getting into the toughest of tough. You're talking about Canelo, you're talking about Benavidez. These are some big guys, big names, big punching power that know how to hurt people.
Right.
So I do like the Charlos, though. I continue to watch them. I think that they're interesting kids, and I also like the fact that they're like riding for their squad. Like it's Errol and it's the Charlos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's they do their own thing, and I respect that. I mean, honestly, I can't be mad at it. I think they have their own little camp. They didn't fall into like the money team camp, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or just riding with Bob Arum, or you know what I mean? I know that Al's moving them the best that he can. And I think at some point in time, both of them are going to take some risks soon because they seem like, for me, those guys seem like the mix that I like to see in boxing, where it's all about the money and this, that, and the third, but they also they work hard.
Dogs.
Yeah, they're dogs. Exactly.
They want to get it in.
So that was last weekend, and then on top of that, we have one more of the shit shows that took place last weekend. I don't know if you saw this or not. I didn't see the whole fight. Anderson Silva versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I caught, highlights and, commentary on it.
So Anderson Silva, like a 25-year vet of the UFC, it feels like. Listen, man, I love watching Anderson Silva in MMA.
Go ahead.
I thought he was a great fighter, man. I thought, he fought a lot like Roy Jones. Roy Jones, one of my favorite fighters growing up. I think Anderson Silva is probably one of my favorite MMA fighters that I've ever seen. So respect to him for getting in the boxing ring, taking it to Chavez. But does that mean anything to you? Like, does it, like, it's Chavez Jr.? Does that mean, like...
I mean, it counts for Anderson Silva. It counts.
Okay. Fair enough.
But...
I don't know if it counts. That was my question.
It counts. It's the same thing when, old MMA fighters lose in boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you got the win, you got the win, bro.
Yeah, but it's Chavez Jr.
I get it. And you know what? I'm beginning to feel bad for Chavez Jr. And I'm beginning to see it I'm starting to think there's a different things at play with this shit. You know what I'm saying? He's Julio Cesar Chavez's son, his junior. And I'm starting to think he never wanted to be a boxer in the first place, yo.
I don't think he did.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold up. So I don't know if you saw, like, you said you didn't see this fight, right?
No.
Yeah. So at this fight, this was the fight that his dad fought on an exhibition against Hector Camacho Jr.
Okay.
So Hector Camacho's son, he fought his son. Senior fought Junior. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Right.
But what was the crazy part is that Canelo was there, and Canelo was in the crowd.
Yeah.
Chavez Sr. called Junior, called Canelo up to come and work his fucking corner, bro.
Right.
And they were hugging after the fight and all that shit. Bro, if I am Junior And that's my
but
dad.
He's felt like that his whole life, I believe.
That's insane, bro.
Chavez wishes Canelo was his son and not him. Nah, facts. I feel like he's forced him into this lifestyle, and he just
fucked up,
time
bro.
and time again he shows that I'm not cut out for this. The nepotism didn't work in my favor because now I'm placed here and I have to do these things. They just keep punching on me, Dad, and you keep letting it happen.
They keep punching on me, Dad.
You feel me? It's not a good thing. I don't think he wants to be there, man. I think that's what the drug habit comes from and all of that shit, man.
I mean,
like,
I think so too. I think
he's
that's
fucking depressed. He hates this shit. He wish he could be anybody's son besides Julio Cesar Chavez, yo.
Yo, that is terrible, but I think you're probably right,
that's
bro.
what I think, man.
That's kind of nuts. I don't know.
That's just tough. I mean, either way, like, not only because he's Julio Cesar Chavez, but in general, like, it's hard to try to fucking try to junior and do the same thing senior did.
Oh yeah,
in any form or fashion.
And this, I mean,
it's hard, bro.
If he would have hung them up after Sergio Martinez, I think I would have been fine with that, because you went out like your dad went with. It went the same way that your dad went against Mildred Taylor, except you didn't stop Sergio Martinez,
right?
And that was beautiful. You would have gone out on that. You got applause from your people.
Yeah.
The Mexican fans loved to see the ending to that fight where he knocked down Sergio Martinez in the 12th round with a minute left.
Yeah.
It was like storybook shit. That should have been the end of that. You should have never fought Canelo. That shouldn't have ever have been a thing. And now, so even after this fight, he was like, he said, in one of the interviews that I read, he was like, I think that if I were to fight Canelo again, now I would beat him. Because Canelo is something, I forget exactly what the fuck Chavez Jr. said. Dope. But yeah, this man he's nuts. And just hang him up, bro. Just hang him up.
Yeah, it's rough.
I
feel for him, man. I feel like his whole life was pressured upon him, man.
Probably, you're probably right. Honestly, that's a shame.
I feel for him.
That's
they keep
up.
punching on him, man.
That's terrible.
Leave him alone, man.
Dad, they keep punching on him.
That's just bad.
What else we got, bro? We got a few other things. I know that he was overweight for this fight. He didn't make weight for this fight either. Mm-hmm. But that's
he's not disciplined. That's not nothing.
Yeah, that's not his thing. That's yours, sir. The next topic is yours. Blueface is fighting somebody.
Yeah, Blueface is fighting apparently. All you niggas is running with my format, man. It's all good.
Awesome.
You know, it's cool.
He said it. It's cool. I'm with it. I'm working his corner.
It's cool.
All right, so one last topic I wanted to bring up quickly was so apparently there's been some sort of breach of contract lawsuit filed against Manny Pacquiao.
For what?
So apparently he was given a $3.3 million advance. $3.3 million advance because he was supposed to fight Mikey Garcia, and in turn took the Errol Spence Jr. fight over the Mikey Garcia fight. I saw somebody comment on Twitter that, you should definitely, I forget what the fuck he said. Something like, I can definitely see why Manny Pacquiao would run scared from Mikey Garcia and take the easier fight of Errol Spence Jr. It was,
what the fuck?
It's supposed to be a joke. It was funny because obviously it's not an easier fight for him.
Right.
But I don't know what kind of I don't know what that means for the future of that fight. I don't know if it changes the Errol Spence fight, if that puts it in jeopardy or he just has to pay Mikey Garcia. Bullshit. I guess I don't know, but it's whatever. Look, listen. If I don't know, I'm assuming there's a bigger bag to be made with Errol Spence.
Yeah, but okay. So here's a question: does Pacquiao have money problems?
I don't think so. He gives all his money away.
Okay.
He gives all his money away anyways. Like, he just donates all his money, which is insane. Good for him. He's a great human being, I guess. And he also, you got to think, he's getting paid a politician's salary. That dude is basically the president of the Philippines. So he's probably making dumb, like, bank, you know what I mean, from the government. So he just donates what he makes from boxing.
Okay.
But I don't think he does. I think Manny, and it kind of goes to show it. There was a quote that I actually just saw that somebody was interviewing him again. They're talking about this fight coming up and all that stuff. And he mentioned how, like, you see celebrities or you see people entertaining it, or they fight this guy for money or that guy for money. Like when I fight, I don't fight for money. I fight for glory. Is basically what he says. So
that's clear on his past 2 opponents, if not his whole career.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he's still doing that.
It's crazy.
I mean, he wants to fight Earl Spence.
I love the fight still,
but
I'm ready to see it.
I do.
I'm ready to see it.
Steroids aside, man, it's commendable.
Oh my God, this fucking guy with steroids.
Just saying.
Listen, I'm waiting for you to come in here with 37 chains on, like your boy this weekend.
You wait on that.
It's disgusting. Should be ashamed of himself. Let the kid get some shine, goddammit. Other than that, bro, what else we got coming up, man? Because we've been, what is it? Oh my God, we're at an hour. That's a long time. We got a lot to catch up on.
Let's breeze through this shit, man. It's hot as a bitch.
Yeah, it's hot. It's getting warm in here. If you're on the East Coast, you know what we're dealing with right now. It's like 1,000 degrees outside. Boxing schedule coming up. There are some decent fights coming up. Obviously, the main attraction that is coming is the heavyweight showdown. That is
the trilogy.
July 24th, bro.
Oh shit! We in there.
That's next month.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Let's do it. That's fucking.
Yeah. So July 24th. Wow, less than 3 weeks away, basically.
Let's plan that.
Tyson Fury taking on Deontay Wilder. The third one.
Yeah, the trilogy, man. Anything can happen. I'm honestly excited for this fight, bro.
No, it can't.
I'm excited.
I'm convinced.
I mean, listen. I've been Tyson Fury the whole way through.
Yeah,
the whole way through this trilogy, I've been Tyson Fury.
I go on ebbs and waves, but I think they're right. I'm just looking at it like
anything can happen right here, bro.
I will see. Listen, within the first round we see a completely different Deontay Wilder,
that's possible.
It could be possible, but
if he leaves the costume home, leaves the long ring walk home.
What if
he comes out Tyson style?
I was just about to ask
you that. He might do just for cinematic, you know what I mean, purposes and shit. If he comes out with the towel on,
maybe
just for the culture. For the culture, if he comes out like that, he got it in the bag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
The Brits going home.
Again, I see that was going to be what I was going to say, but the opposite. I think even if he comes out and he has a great first 2 rounds, something like that, I think as the fight goes on, because I don't think he stops Fury. I don't think Fury can be stopped. I mean, I think he can be, but I don't think.
Come on now.
No, I don't. I just don't think he's in the mindset where he feels he can be stopped. I don't think that's a thing.
That's true, but he can be overconfident. He can be overzealous.
We talked about that.
He can overlook this whole thing.
But you know my thing is
big dossa.
The biggest issue for Deontay has always been having gas in the tank. And I think if Tyson can get him into 5 rounds, 6 rounds, he's gonna start drowning. No matter what.
Start dropping his hands and all that shit.
No matter what. Even if he learns something new.
You know I'm a Tyson Fury. I'm Tyson Fury, my guy, man. In this, even in this conversation and just in the speculation of. This is me rooting for boxing.
Absolutely.
Tyson Fury is my guy.
The best is fighting the best.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight there is out there right now. Deontay Wilder is the most powerful man in the world right now, as far as with one punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I want to see that shit turn into a fucking drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just hope it goes more. I would love to see a long fight. Like I would love to see an 8-round, 9-round. 11-round fight.
Yeah,
let's have some drama. I'm with that.
I'd like to see somebody get up off the canvas, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree.
But not get up off the canvas and just wait to go back down. Like nigga, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see some shit. Yeah. So I'm excited about that joint. Because we gotta put a period on the end of this sentence. Like we gotta finish this off, man.
Fam, could you imagine if it's a draw?
Now
we're doing that again.
Would be some bullshit. That would be some bullshit. The last thing I want to see is a draw, unless it's like undeniably a draw. Like if they really like get it.
I think they've already switched. They've already said that Anthony Joshua. It's official. I forget where they're fighting. It's in the UK. He's fighting Usyk. I forget exactly where.
That's not a walk in the park.
Absolutely not.
I hope he. I mean, I like Alexander Usyk too. I want to see him continue to do well. But as far as for the heavyweight trajectory, I need AJ to win that.
Listen, the heavyweight, that's a big heavyweight jump because when he fought Tony Bellew, Tony Bellew was giving Usyk some business in the first few rounds, first like 3-4 rounds. Tony Bellew was giving Usyk the business, bro. Right. So, I mean, Tony Bellew's a small heavyweight. I think maybe Tony Bellew's light heavyweight, but whatever. Either way, he's a smaller guy. fam, when you get in there with AJ's how 6'7", something like that.
250.
He's a big fella.
260.
Yeah, he's a big dude, man. Especially all that muscle and shit. Like, we're gonna see, man. We are gonna see.
Sidebar. I saw a rumor. I don't know if it was official yet. Andy Ruiz versus King Kong.
King Kong did call him out, so I could. Hey, look, I'm watching it. I'm for it. I still
King
like
Kong's
King
like 50 years old. I love him though, man.
He's like
if he would just got to that point just a little earlier,
yeah.
This whole narrative would have changed
because of the Cuban thing and
his whole narrative would have changed.
The country and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I'm
a young King Kong versus a Tyson Fury.
Oh man,
is a skilled fucking heavyweight fight, bro.
I think he probably beats Deontay if he's 5-10 years younger.
He was beating him the fuck up.
Yeah.
Until he got dropped.
Till
he felt that power. Yeah, the one mistake you made. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still fuck with King Kong too. I definitely watch him fight again.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. And then we have not this weekend, next weekend or 2 weekends, the 17th. Jermell Charlo is fighting Brian Castano for the junior middleweight championship. On Showtime, and then, like I said, July 24th, Tyson Fury. August 14th, Nonito Donaire is back in the ring for the WBO and WBC bantamweight title, and then August 21st on Fox pay-per-view, Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao for both of Spence's titles.
Word. Looking forward to that too, man.
Listen, if he beats Spence, does he fight Bud?
I hope so.
That would be nuts.
I hope so.
That would be nuts.
If he beats Spence, I'm pretty sure that would be PBC shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not just running about here with that.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, you're not just running about here with that.
Yeah, but do it again.
I hope Bud gets a good fight, man.
I mean, I think it'll be. I mean, Manny's always going to be. It's always going to be a good fight with Manny. You can sit Manny down once or twice, and it'll still be a good fight. It could still have the potential to be a good fight. Jojo Diaz, another one to highlight is Jojo Diaz is taking on Javier Fortuna for the lightweight title. So that is a potential opponent. One of them is going to fight Devin Haney, probably, maybe Ryan Garcia if he comes back. Because he was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna first before he had, whatever he's dealing with. But so Jojo Diaz, that actually is coming up. Jojo Diaz versus Javier Fortuna for the lightweight title. That should be interesting because that lays some groundwork for Devin Haney, Shakur, Ryan Garcia, Tank. That lays the groundwork. Something, you know what I mean. So that puts another person on the list with those guys, I guess. And then, I mean, TBD to be announced August 14th. Right now, they have Teofimo scheduled for the comeback.
Yeah, man, get better, Teo. If you're in Italy doing your thing, do your thing. Get better. I'm looking forward to seeing you back, champ.
Oh my God, why am I looking forward to seeing that at this list and I see Jake Paul? Disgusting. Get away from me. August 28th. The upcoming fights, bro, on ESPN Boxing on upcoming fights.
Jake Paul's listed.
I'm out of here.
Got to deal with it, man.
That's it for me. Do you have any? Let's jump into walkout, sir. Do you have a walkout?
Yeah. Walking out I'm gonna do a little semi-throwback joint. Lil Durk, This Ain't What You Want. Walk out to that. Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, sir. I am going to walk out this week to I got to get his name right. I was practicing it. Tobe Nwigwe. Try Jesus.
Okay.
I fuck with that song. Ladies and...
I don't think you're supposed to say I fuck with that song after that.
Shit.
But,
you're probably right. Okay. But either way, that's a good song. Yeah, man, that's it. Oh, shit. We didn't even... What episode number was this? 47?
Yeah.
Phantom Punch Podcast. Episode 47.
Yes, sir, man. We out. Catch y'all next week. As always, salute to every fighter that enters the ring. We're going to continue to be here covering the hurt business for y'all. See y'all next week, man. Phantom Punch Podcast. Peace.